Me yedi ya see me mpenipa. The kasanswa ya see me yedi. Kwaku anansi se madam pa ne ya kame hunsim. Mabra menya me kakra me bibi frase. Me minima when me dance guase. Life is a wild carnival. Mama many many be why I can wash.
Hello everyone, my name is Akosia Adoma, a member of the Akwaba app team. Akwaba app is an AI curated travel app that seeks to throw more light on the tourism landscape across Africa. And we do this by educating people on the tourism sites across the continent and also shedding more light on local businesses doing amazing things across the continent. Today, our conversation is going to be at Cahaya Lounge, and I know for a fact that it would be super insightful, it will be fun, it will be educative, and entertaining as well. So, stay glued to your screen, and let's just dive into our conversation. Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm so great, thank you.
Right on.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for coming too. I appreciate it.
Yes, so we're going to dive right in, and I'll ask you to introduce yourself and also shed more light on your background.
Okay. So my name is DK Ansu. It's actually Daniel Kofi Ansu. I moved here about 10 years ago with my family from Canada. Of course, I was born in Ghana but left very early. Grew up in Australia before moving to Canada. And, we decided to just, relocate back to Ghana. And that's why we're here.
Wow. So what inspired you to open this space, this beautiful space, Cahaya Lounge, and what was the vision behind it?
Well, Cahaya has actually gone through quite a bit of a journey. This is our 10th year in business. It wasn't a vision of mine, it was our vision. We first started as 4 individuals, myself, my wife, my friend, Sam, and another very good friend, Kwame Graham. We were 4 when we first started. And it was a collaboration of all the different ideas that established the Cahaya as we know it right now. Unfortunately, sustaining business for that long as a partnership is quite difficult. Currently, I'm still the one that's plugging it away. Everybody's kind of busy doing their own thing. But yeah, that's how it all started, basically. In the beginning, the idea was to, create a space where people that were not from Ghana, or from Ghana, like the diasporans that were coming back to Ghana, would have a place where they can get, real information and help them integrate into the society. Give them an environment that was similar to where they were coming from, but still authentic to where they are. And that was the vision behind Cahaya.
Okay, so do you think that, listening to you, you've been basically trotting around the globe, basically. So Australia, we have Canada, and we have Ghana. Do you think this exposure sort of influenced the vision behind Cahaya?
Absolutely. All the partners in the beginning were well traveled, coming from all parts of the globe. And I think our different experiences from the different places that we've been and how we like to feel and how we wanted to bring that same feeling in our home ground really helped out a lot in having this, what we do here.
All right. So when people walk into Cahaya, right? When people walk into Cahaya, what is the vibe you want them to have when they enter into the space?
I think the most important thing for us is for you to be authentic, to feel at home, where you can really sit down and have a substantive conversation with whoever you're with. So we're very particular about our sitting spaces. If you notice here, everything feels like a lounge, whether you're inside or outside.
Exactly.
So there's private space created within the space. We also try to keep our music level very low so that you can carry a conversation. And our service are not invasive. They stay out of your way, and we don't force you to do anything here. But if you need something, we try to be available to help you out.
All right, beautiful. And I can't help but notice the beautiful art pieces here. I want to find out what informed you to. Are these created by people that come in here, or these are things that you create yourself, or you're just a fan of arts and you want to display art? Like, what is the vision behind the art, the beautiful art going on around here?
It's a combination of everything you said. I'm an art lover, but more importantly, what Kaya really stands for is supporting local talents.
Okay.
Our artists, we encourage them to showcase their pieces here and give them exposure. We also believe that the visual aspect of the experience at Cahaya is also very important, just as well as the taste. And the art inspires different things from each of us. And so we're very particular about making sure that we have pieces that are, that inspire, you know?
All right, great, great. So I just want to know, I mean, starting a business as a partnership over these years, there are already challenges that you would have to have gone through and have overcome. And I would also want to ask you, what are some of the other challenges that you have faced as a business owner, and how were you able to overcome those challenges?
I wouldn't say that we've overcome the challenges. It's a work in progress.
You made us know that this actually started as a partnership, and obviously not like new to anyone.
Right.
Operating as a partnership over a couple of years, I mean, there are challenges that will come with that alone. And also operating like as a business owner here in Ghana, what are some of the challenges that you have faced, and how did you overcome these challenges?
First, the partnership is extremely difficult. I won't lie to anybody. I think in the beginning, everybody has the same vision to be able to have a successful business, but people handle the adversities that come along differently, and it's just that balance of being able to understand and not take things personal. And I find that sometimes our people take things a little bit too personal, and that makes partnership quite difficult in this environment. Um, so for me, I would say that it's a good thing to have partnership, but you have to know and manage your expectations before you get into it. And that's the advice I'll give on that side of things. As far as challenges that we've had to overcome, the regulatory policies of doing business in Ghana is quite challenging.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like the government is not in support of businesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so that's very challenging. Some of the basic things that government should provide for you as a business, you end up doing it for yourself. And that's not something that you experience in a lot of other jurisdictions. So that's hard, and you have to kind of like psych yourself to be able to deal with that, or else you won't survive. Additionally, the culture is different. The people are hardworking. It's just that the methods of how things get done is different. So a lot of times you overwork yourself, they overwork themselves. And it's hard for them to adapt to different systems. And that adaptation to different systems has been a big problem, and it's still ongoing. But we look at other businesses doing well in whatever they do, and that gives us the motivation that we can also get it right. But it's definitely been challenging with the culture shifting work ethics.
Okay, so when you talk about things being run a little bit different in other jurisdictions,
Yes.
yeah. What do you actually mean by that? Can you like give classic examples, like specific examples of how things are done differently, like work-wise, culture-wise, here and in other places?
Good question. One of the examples I can give for it is that, for example, every business, let's say Canada, where I'm coming from, where of course Ghana is not Canada, but I'm just trying to state the difference that makes life easier for businesses. some of the services that every business requires, right, irrespective of what kind of business you do, like electricity, like water, like sewage, in other jurisdictions, it is available. Now, we understand that this place is up and coming as a country, but the government does not, sympathize with the businesses that they don't have those things ready. So in other jurisdictions, if the government is not able to do something, they will they'll be able to you know, let you know that they're also at fault. So they'll work with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
If you don't have access to capital in Ghana because the banks would rather buy treasury bills than invest in small businesses, you expect the government to be able to intervene, and create, certain policies that would allow banks to do business with small businesses, right? That's what other jurisdictions would do, opposed to what we get done in this country. So those are two examples that I can give of regulatory government policies and that sort of thing.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much. So you've shared an extent of the vision of Cahaya with us already, how you want people to feel at home when they come here, how you want to support local businesses, hence encouraging people to show their art here, and also to make the the visual look of Cahaya really appealing to the people that come here. But my next question for you would be, what is the long-term vision of Cahaya? Like, let's say in 5 years and 10 years from now, where do you see Cahaya going to?
Excellent question. I'll like to touch on two things that I did mention.
Okay.
That is like one of the greatest things at Cahaya, or two of the greatest things. We have amazing food.
Really?
It's the you can ask anybody that comes here regularly that why do you come here, and they'll tell you the food.
Wow.
It may not be the initial reason why they come here, but it's the reason why they stay here.
Nice.
We have a quite diverse menu.
Examples?
For example, we have grilled snails. We have pasta. We have contomere. We have red. We have fufu on the weekends. And we probably have the best wache in Ghana.
Really?
Guaranteed. And
Everybody on this team is eating wache before
if
we
you don't
leave.
believe me on my wache, trust me, we have the best wache in Ghana. If you come to Cahaya and you try a wache and you can't finish it up, we'll buy it back from you. That's how much we believe in our wache.
Wow.
So we're quite diverse with our food taste. Obviously, because of my experiences traveling around, it's important to make sure that anybody that walks in here has something that they can enjoy. So that's one of the things that we're really good at. The other thing too that is extremely valuable, especially for the business community, is the networking. We are known for connecting you to people. So if you walked into Cahaya and you're in the oil and gas sector, we can make phone calls and get you to meet the right people.
Wow.
If you're in the agriculture sector, or you're in the fintech sector, or you're in the restaurant sector, it doesn't matter where you are. Everybody who plays in those sectors is always at Cahaya. So I'll totally encourage people, if you want to get connected up, to come to Cahaya. We would like to do that. Now, to get back to your second part of your question, long term, we want to take this experience across board. We're currently working on a second location, and our plan is to have a Cahaya in every single region in Ghana.
Wow.
Now, we believe that within Ghana is not Accra only, and our type of setup is something that you might expect only in Accra, and we find that other people in the same sector as us grow within Accra, but don't value some of the other regions. We want to be the first brand to be in every corner of Ghana, and let people know that every corner of Ghana deserves a Cahaya, where you can meet, where you can enjoy great food, where you can get connected, and be able to have great conversations. So that's our long-term plan in the next 5 to 10 years.
Beautiful. I can see so much similarities between Cahaya and then between the vision of Cahaya and then Aquaba app already, because
Right.
I mean in exposing Ghana to diasporans or foreigners, we make it look like Accra is like the entirety of Ghana,
Right.
really. So being able to throw more light on the other beautiful regions like the Ashanti region, the northern parts of Ghana, that's something that Aquaba App is so passionate about, and we love it for Cahaya. We
Excellent.
really do. We
Excellent.
really do.
And just to do a little quick plug in, just to back up what I'm saying, on January 1st, we're moving to Jarapa, Dubai, Upper West.
Mm.
There's a place called Rosie Cozy, owned by a godfather of mine, and we're taking Samini and Wela and a few other artists to go and showcase and show some love over there. So
You know, you're the second person
yes,
to mention Jurapa Dubai
yes.
to me in a space of 1 month.
Wow.
And now I think it has to be like on top of my wish list. Like I
Well,
need to see this
you're
place.
invited to come. We're there January 1st. We're there last year. We started that process and that program, and we're going back again January 1st just to spread the love a little bit more.
I'm coming along. I'm tagging along. Definitely. So my next question for you would be, what impact do you seek to create with Cahaya? So we have like the vision of expanding like the reach of other regions to people who may not necessarily be in Ghana, but what impact do you seek to create with all these visions that you've shared with us?
Excellent. I think the ultimate impact is that for our people, when I say our people, I mean Black people, um, we need to be able to have some wins of working together, collaboration. So with Kahai being able to create an environment where businesses can collaborate and get together, individuals or on a corporate level, long-term impact for us is to be able to create a lot of collaborations among ourselves. That's really what we want. We want to be able to have, we've had people come and tell us that we signed our first $1 million deal at Kahaya. And we hear that a lot. And that's what we want. That's the impact that we want. We want to create that environment where Black people can come together and find a way to work together. That's it.
There's so much uniqueness in the vision that you share, like the vision that Kahaya CC creates. I mean, these are not things that you hear on a regular, and it's it's new, and I'm really learning a lot from this interview. And thank you so much. So, what advice would you want to give people or entrepreneurs that are starting up in the hospitality industry in this country? What advice would you give to them?
I think that people are going to find this a bit different for an advice, but I really believe in it. I always tell people that the least of your problems is money. Everybody complains about having capital in order to be able to do business. And I always tell people that that's the least of your problems. And like, no, you're just saying that because you have capital. No. The advice I'll give anybody that wants to start business is this. Focus on your business idea and package it well. Because in this world, there's two types of people in this world. The ones that spend money, the ones that money works for, and the ones that works for money. When you have an idea, you're ready to go and work for money. But someone else has money that they want to put to work. So your idea is supposed to attract that money. You don't need money. What you need is an idea that attracts money. So focus on that. And if you go and see somebody and they say no, it's because your idea wasn't good enough. Go back and redraw it out. It's not like people don't want to invest. They want to make sure that they get their money back. So that's my advice.
Awesome. I hope you wrote that down. Like you're taking notes, because I am. I'm really taking like mental notes. I'm writing it down here on my phone as soon as I can. And we are almost getting to the end of this conversation. I can't believe it already because I'm enjoying this so much. What's the most rewarding thing
Right.
about owning a business like Cahaya Lounge?
A couple of things, but I'll say the most rewarding is creating opportunity for young people. Um, I think young people sometimes feel like there's no opportunities for them. And so we've been in the business of creating opportunity for young people. So I intentionally hire young people. Uh, I do hire a lot of female. I'll say 75% of my entire staff are female, and we put our females in leadership positions. So Kahaya is actually run by a female. I'm just a figurehead. And what's rewarding is to see them, build that confidence and be able to execute and know that they're good enough to be able to get it done. And when that transition happens, it gives us a lot of joy. It gives me personally a lot of joy. And looking at some of our past staff over the last 10 years, and what they've moved on to, and you know, um, I quite remember that one of our first manager here is someone that you guys might know as Cookie T. Yes, yeah, Cookie T started with us,
Ooh.
and
I
so
love her.
yeah, so you can see like uh, the kind of people, and it was really nice to see where she is right now, and we hope to see a lot of people that come through the Cahaya process, so that's what makes us really proud. And
So, I mean, having a conversation, we've had, you've shed light on the challenges that you've had to overcome, and some of these challenges are challenges that come your way just by virtue of starting a business here in Ghana, really. What's that one lesson that you've learned as a business owner that you'd like to share with up and coming entrepreneurs? What's that one lesson that you've learned that you'd like to share?
okay, it's a really good question. A combination of answer, but one, consistency. Whatever you're doing, once you figure out what people like or what works, just stick to it and try and just keep doing it over and over and over again. I think sometimes we become complacent or we become tired and we think that, oh, maybe it's not good enough or it's not going to work. I always find what I've learned from other businesses as well, and even within our own business, that anytime we're consistent, delivering good service, there's a direct impact in our business in a positive way. So that's what I would say, staying consistent.
Thank you. So we're going to divert out
Okay.
of work a little bit. We want to find out what are your personal interests? What are some of the things that you love to do
Right.
that bring you joy that is not centered around work?
I think that I like to think that I'm a creative person. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to sing. Um, so, but I love creating concepts and businesses. And what I love more than creating it is executing it. So I'm constantly looking for interesting concepts to bring to life. Right now, our latest project, don't know if we can talk about it, but we do have a festival coming up. It's called the Black Wine Festival on the 27th of December, right here at Cahaya. And it's something that just came out of, an experience that I had, which was to basically promote black winemakers. So in the process of it, we're able to create our own brand called Black Wine. I wish I could show the bottle. Um, and that's my personal interest. Thinking about something and making it come to reality.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what's the one thing that you like to tell our followers, like your last words, basically, that you like to share with our listeners and everybody watching us today?
Okay. One thing I want to share with everybody is that there's a movement right now for young Ghanaians to leave Ghana. Please don't go. The grass is definitely not green on the other side. I've been there and I'm here. And business here is not easy, it's difficult. Accra is very difficult right now. But believe you me, you're 10 times better being here than traveling. So all I gotta say is that toughen up, roll up your sleeve. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. They don't run. Fix your problem for yourself.
All right. If you were to recommend a book for me right now, what book would it be?
Ah, The Life of Vicissitudes. It's written by Professor Kofi Ansu. That's my father. It was just launched just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
And it's an amazing book, not because my dad wrote it, but because it talks about the trials and adversities that we all go through. And I think it just lets you know that you're not in it alone.
I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
Will I get it autographed?
Absolutely, absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
sure. So thank you so much. And basically, we've come to the end of today's session. But before we go, what are some of the upcoming events? You've spoken about the Black Wine Festival.
Right.
What other events? You've also spoken about Jurapa Dubai.
Right.
Are there any other activities or events coming from Cahaya Lounge?
Yeah, so we have a golf tournament at the Buckingham Kim on the 23rd. It's also the Black Wine Cup. It's also in support of the Black Wine Festival. That's on the 23rd of December. We also have a Customer Appreciation Day on the 26th of December, where you can come here and enjoy all our services, from our car detailing to our drinks and our ambience and our food. But it is at a discounted rate, so I strongly recommend that you check that out. We have a live band coming up, I believe at the end of the month. Second week of January, I believe, we have a comedy show. There's a few things going on, but bottom line is that come and check us out. Oh, by the way, I forgot. On the 22nd, we have our annual Kizomba Fest. So we do Kizomba here every Friday, but this Friday coming up is a special Kizomba event. So I totally encourage you to come out here, come learn how to dance. Doesn't cost anything. Just come and hang out with us.
All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening. It's been an amazing conversation with Mr. DK Ansu, and we hope you have learned a lot, because I did, and I'll be so happy if you did as well. Catch you on our next episode and have a wonderful time. Bye.
Bye.
I carry every moment, me my spirit dey free. Life is a wild carnival. Mama many be wired I can wash. And pim time, pim dumb. Get up do a mess sorry.